Hey there, everybody. I hope there's someone there. I need just to have a confirmation that you can hear the audio. I need just to have a confirmation that you can hear the audio. I guess so, actually. Starting soon. Yeah, I'm starting soon, and I will be going to full screen now. Let's see if it works. Okay, this was kind of short notice. No, can't hear me. Why can't you hear me? If you're messing with me, I'm gonna be very disappointed by that. Are you sure you can't hear me? Okay, you're messing with me, I'm pretty sure. So, this was kind of short notice. I appreciate you being there, Vince. If you need to do anything else, then you're free. You are not obliged to watch me. I'm happy to have you here, but that's not necessary. I just felt like I need to do some work on the game. Oh, please stop messing with me. If you can't hear me for real, please tell me, but I'm pretty sure you can hear me because I have the stream here and I hear myself in the stream, so I'm pretty sure about that. So I actually wanted to do some 3D modeling because I need to work on the game, and I have no I don't want to code right now. Like, I've been coding a bit this afternoon. It went terribly, but I actually wanted to do some 3D modeling here. So it's short notice. I'm not sure many people will watch this, but yeah, it's gonna be fun. Okay. So the first thing, let's catch up with some progress from the game. And yeah, let me show you what I've been doing. Now it's loading, so give me 1 second. Can you hear the music, by the way? I'm not sure about that. So these are actually assets that I didn't make. The game as all it is right now, it's very bland. I have some scenes here. I have my outside test. I've been trying to do some. Thank you for confirming that. I've been trying to do some UI work. I hate doing that. Like, my main idea for the inventory at first was when you press I. Wait for it. When you press I, it's gonna open the bag from under here. The player is gonna have like an animation. Hey there, Kobio! Unity UI is the worst. I agree. I wish there was something like I could do HTML and program the UI in HTML and CSS and then import it into the game. That would be so cool, actually. I hate doing UI work. I'm terrible at it. So my first idea was to wait. This is the console. When the player presses I have the bag show up from below and have an animation of the player that like reaches for their bag, and that sounded pretty cool, but I'm not sure this is the best way to go. So the next option I had for myself, that's a great idea. You like it? Oh, thank you. So I'll keep that in consideration. So tell me what you think about this instead. Like, new inventory, where is it? Why can't I see that? Okay, I don't know why that disappeared, but the new idea is to have always the animation of the player reaching into their bag, but like a smaller window popping up in the side, having all the items here. This is a very placeholder texture that I'm using for trying out icons and everything. So I'm having this bag graphic popping up over here. There is gonna be like a small triangle thing pointing to the player, and then you can move up and down and just scroll up and down to check out what you have, and if there is any additional info to the item, like the description, or you can use it, it's gonna pop out in the side here. Like it's double windowed, like you would do to the file system, like something like this. And I'm not sure. I actually liked at first the idea of having the of having this object pop up from below. The thing that you've been trying to see how people get around Unity UI. I hate the Unity. I'm not good at this, so don't take anything I do for like this is how you should do that. I appreciate that you like what I'm doing, because I'm really unsure on what the direction I'm going for is in this case. I feel like I use scriptable objects. If you don't use them in your project, you should start now, because they're very cool. So my idea is to have like a darker background, blur out the scene, because doing blurring shaders in Unity is very hard. So maybe I can have a blur shader that later, but for the moment I'm just darkening everything. But the thing I don't like about it is that it's very intrusive. Like the bag itself is just in the lower portion of the screen and not even the full half. But the thing is that darkening the whole screen is gonna take everything out of the word and focusing your attention on the actual UI. If you are curious on one person that is very good, if you want to get good, I think I will actually go and watch some of their videos later, or tomorrow, to be honest. But Game Dev Guide, I think it's their name on YouTube. Yeah, this dude makes amazing tutorials. Like the responsive tooltip and the other one, making UI that look good, flexible UI grids. These are very good. So Brekkies, one thing I love Brekkies. I started watching the videos with Brekkies, but everything they did was kind of a beginner level. So I understand what you say, they're not good at UI. Sorry, I'm watching at the screen while I should be watching at the camera. So I understand what you say when you say they're not good at it, but they never really went deep into it. If you want to see how proper people do that, this channel is amazing for that. Like this, I watched them earlier, and yeah, I'm popping the URL in the chat if you want to copy that, or for anyone needs that. And yeah. So these are good, and the way they use the UI is very intuitive, yet you would not, yeah, it's not intuitive, but it's very professional. I should take some out of their book. But yeah, I am not sure how to go with the system in my game. I think I'm very inspired doing this game by the last day of summer is the game, by A Short Hike. If you never played that game, I will suggest you play that, because it's amazing. It's only $5, and they do something like this. But this is not really the way I want to go to, because I want to have some. I want to separate the bag from the actual menu. So having just this in the middle of the screen is gonna break the immersion, I think. So I want to keep the screen mostly visible so the player actually still feels into the word, immersed into the word while navigating the inventory. But yeah, this thing that I'm doing here, I feel like it's taking too much away from it. Like, I actually enjoy having it pop from below. Yeah, you were thinking about it. Yeah, I took a bit of inspiration. I'm not copying it. I'm not copying it because I have other ideas in mind. I want to have a couple of storylines. I want to keep it simple, like a 2 hours playtime, then with some replayability, because I'm never gonna get out of it if I go for something bigger. But yeah, I'm taking a lot of inspiration for the feeling. Like the way I felt while playing that game, it was very relaxing. It was very, I felt at peace. So, oh, I appreciate that. Thank you, man. I appreciate someone enjoying what I do. So that's really, it means a lot to me. And so I want to convey something like that, but putting something from me. Like I love what Adam did with that game, but I want to put, oh, well, what the fuck is happening here? Okay, well, we need to check that. I need to fix this project. So yeah, I'm not going for that kind of menu, and I have to decide. But today, I'm here to do some 3D modeling because I will show you something that I think you will like. Because I need to populate some scenes to get a proper look, also because I need to make some devlogs, and I cannot keep on making devlogs on no progress, on no actual progress. Like, I have a lot of back-end systems, like I can show you. Wait. I actually have a whole quest and inventory system ready. I can go here and say log invent. Sorry, let me deactivate the inventory. It's not really compatible as of now. So I actually developed in this last few weeks a whole inventory, quest, and progress system. So I go see inventory, and right now is empty, but I can go like give pixel heart 10, for example, and you can see that now it works, it's working, but it's all backend. And I feel like if I want to do a devlog, I need to I need to have something to it that you can see and enjoy, because as of now it's just programming stuff that you probably enjoy too. But yeah, so another thing I did was, yeah, I can use this scene. I have a whole transition scene that I already showed in the last devlog, but I worked on the interior scenes. Like, if I go into this house, you can see there are a few rooms, and I did this cool shade. I really love these shaders. And I have this effect to have the player only concentrate on the room they're in, but still keeping like a little bit of focus on what is around. So I'm gonna have like not these ugly shadows, but I am gonna have some windows with some emission that illuminate the scene. But yeah, I cannot show this in the devlog. Programming is great for streaming, but you're right, the devlogs need to be more flashy. I agree, thank you. Because I did my first devlog that I already had some graphics, and I think a lot of people actually got, like, the graphics caught their attention. Probably with you too. I understand that. I actually went for the graphics first because I needed, if I want to make a devlog, the devlog is mainly a video, and the video is visual, so I need to have some visuals. And this effect is really cool. I think I can actually make a couple of tutorials out of it. Like, I have two shaders here, one with the scaling and one with the transparency, that I don't know if you can see it on stream, but it's actually screen space based, and it's called the stippling shader. But what I wanted to do is to create some inside props like tables, rugs, exactly, the programming focused game dev. Yeah, it's the fact that also being a programmer and not an artist, it's terrible, because you can make things, but you cannot make them look good. So you're always, oh fuck, I'm doing this, it's crazy, this would catch people like spot on, and then it will not get like, nobody would play it because it looks like shit. So I'm trying to teach myself how to make art. And yeah, so I wanted to make some art for the inside, for the interior, to show that on YouTube. If it doesn't look good, no one cares. I'm personally someone who goes like, I have a thing for not good graphics. Like my favorite game historically is Minecraft. I think that if I can count the hours I spent on Minecraft during middle school, I think that's around 3,000. But they have a thing going on, like the whole square and blocky look actually fits well with Minecraft. There are a few other games. I will close this because this is just eating up my RAM. I will open my Steam library because I want to show you two titles. One title for sure. Where is Steam? No, sorry. Steam is here. Unturned. Maybe you saw that. You probably know that actually, if you know and like Minecraft. But Unturned was a game that was really popular a few years back. It was like a free DayZ or something like that. And I used to love it. Then it became a lot like server based. There were very powerful people in the game that would just bash everyone. So I stopped playing. But this has ugly graphics. It's objectively ugly graphics. But as you say, it's consistency, so it all felt really good. The gameplay was good, so the graphics that would turn off some people, like people would turn down the game because of the graphics, I actually enjoy them because it's consistent, it's immersive, and it's good. But if I want to make a game, I'm surely not. For example, if you may have played the Frog Detective series. This is all based on humor. The graphics are terrible, but they are quirky and fun and silly, and yeah, it's nice. Not because of the graphics, but because of the work, of the storytelling, and the humor that's behind it. And I want to go for something like that. And obviously, it has to be consistent, and it has to have some somewhat original style. Like the low poly aesthetic that was around for a lot of time, I think it's starting to lose its catch because everybody's doing that. It started around, I think, 5 years ago, something like that, to come back. Like, we went from PS1 graphics to Crysis to GTA 5, then came back to low poly, and then now we're starting to grow again, but keeping it lo-fi. So I'm trying to teach myself that the work I do with the trees, you see them in the devlogs, they are kind of low poly, but I am using smoothed shading. Like, I don't know if you go, yeah, I don't know if you use Blender, probably yeah, but if you do some game dev yourself, like instead of seeing all the faces like you would do in low poly would obviously keep it way simpler. So more than this, let's go UV sphere and then drag this down. Yeah, low poly will keep like a sphere like this. Instead of doing this, I keep it low poly, but then shade it smoothly. So you can see that it's like a shitty model. You can see that it's very polygonal, but looking straight at it, you don't see each individual face. And that's something that I think might have some potential. It can look terrible, especially if it's lit like this, where you can have a lot of smoothness and very blurry, very ugly shadows. I will use that in absence of a better term, but I think it can be used well. Then of course the models I'm gonna do today are a bit simpler. I just wanted to hop on stream and go like, yeah, let's do something. If anybody wants to join, I'll enjoy that. I'll show you some of my... Oh, you gotta go in 10 minutes. Thank you for swinging by, man. I really appreciate... I'm saying man, but I'm not sure if you're... if you refer to yourself as man, but I appreciate you swinging by. And yeah, so I want to make how you make a table. A table is probably the best way to start programs, to start modeling, to start. I think that, yeah, perfect. I tend to care a lot about this because I think that it's very important to be positive and accepting of everybody. So I'm always putting my hands forward. I don't know if you say that in English, but anyway. Um, I don't know if you actually program, but the way you make art for your games, or if you make games at all, the way I think things work is action comes before motivation. DevDuck, which is another who is another game developer on YouTube, actually told this in a video, said this in a video, and I related this. Action comes before motivation. Like, you're not getting motivated from a game that you're not working on. You need to work on the game. And you want to make the art before you actually feel like making the art. You need to make it. You need to get down to it and to start crafting something. So the way I like to do things is when I have not made anything in Blender for a few months now. The way I like to approach this, oh, nice. Yeah, so I will stress this. You need to start doing stuff. I've been doing the game dev as a hobby. I don't know if you watched my last video. I did like a school where we did not do anything like this. I taught this to myself, so I've been doing this as a side gig, let's say, side hobby. I'm not doing this full time. I do a lot of other stuff, so I'm barely finding time to do anything properly. So since I started doing Unity in 2016, I have completed very little projects. Like, if you go to my itch page, itch.io here, you will see 7 things. I've published 2 games on the App Store, and I hate doing mobile games, personally. But yeah, I could have done much more, but the reason is I am one that needs to see, I need to get like an output, an input-output situation. Like, I need to put my time into something, but now I need that something to give something back. Like, I need to see the progress I'm making. And that's natural. That's like, everybody works like that. If you are doing something and it looks like shit, you are probably not feeling motivated. But if you are not feeling motivated, it will keep looking like shit. And this is like vicious. Gotta go. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sticking by, man. If you want to join in ever again, I'll be here. I'll be notifying the stream earlier than 10 minutes, but this was the last minute decision. Have a good evening, have a good day wherever you are, and see you another time. Bye. So, I think I'm talking to myself now. That's cool. Anyway, the way I like to do stuff, I will keep talking to myself about this, is actually starting from something simple every time I start, because I need to start seeing progress. So what I'll do is actually import. I can import the original, the player. Where is the player? No, append, yeah. Append documents, the last day of summer, not the developers, but Unity, summer, assets, art, characters, the base, collection. Okay, I can keep this as a base. Let me see. Perfect. need to apply all the modifiers here. And now I can actually take this out. Okay, so this is my reference for the height, for the dimensions. Fuck! Okay. GX. Great. Okay, now that I have this, I can actually start making something. Okay, so I would imagine the plane of the table to be somewhere around there. Ta -ta -ta. Boy, oh, this is. Hey there, Bolly there. How you doing? Finché sei da solo posso quasi parlarti in italiano. Penso che sia tu almeno. Che nome. I'll keep this in English. How's it going? So, Campione. I'm not sure if this is you or not. How did you find? Oh, this is. I'm sure this is Vincent actually. Or not, or is it you? How you doing? How you doing, man? I cannot keep a straight face. It's not me. Not the void of Vince. Yeah, it's not Vincent. Okay. I appreciate you sticking by and swinging by here to see what I'm doing. I've done nothing in 38 minutes. I'm actually trying to make some art for the game because I need to do something to keep myself motivated to work on it, working on it, yeah. So, at the moment, I'm making a table, a very simple table. And yeah, it's not looking too good yet, but ciao, ci vediamo. Apprezzo che tu sia venuto a vedere perché è divertente. Mi raccomando, segui il canale, prima di andartene. Thank you for sticking by, man. GY. Oh man, I cannot do this. GY. Shift. No. I'm actually going to selection, divide, modifier, mirror. No, not this. Mirror modifier. So we have 4 legs. Why is it not showing? Oh, because I'm doing that on the wrong object. Modifier, mirror modifier, and it's still not showing. Why is that? Why is that? So wait, let me get something here. Hey Titan, how you doing, man? I decided kinda last minute. Well, finché sei solo tu posso parlare anche in italiano. Ho deciso all'ultimo minuto di streamare perché dovevo fare un po' di moderazione qua. I decided I'll keep it in English. I should keep this in English for anybody who happens to watch it later or to join in. So yeah, how you doing, man? I actually started by doing a table, but I cannot seem. I think I will destroy this and focus on my table. I need to keep myself motivated on working on the game. Oh, what time is it? It's 10 o'clock. Wow. A che ora inizia la scuola? Tipo io adesso dovrò ricominciare le mie lezioni Ma sì, ti sto parlando in italiano, più facile. Io ricomincio le lezioni e saranno tipo dalle 10 quelle in presenza. Però non so voi. Cioè io so che voi siete cioè, tutti in presenza tipo. Nella superiore inizi alle 8, ok. Ma vai lontano, dov'è che vai? È tipo Milano oppure hai un altro centro di riferimento? Perché io avevo qualche amico che viveva, non dico a Varese, però non lontano da Varese. Una settimana sì o no? Ok, ci sta. E farete classi divise in due? Mia mamma insegna alle superiori, quindi più o meno mi ricordo come funziona. No, è tipo Varese ma in culo ai lupi. Cosa vai, treno? Gazzada, no, non mi spiace ma non lo conosco. Questo potrebbe essere un tavolino. Alla fine, cioè, un tavolo non è altro che questo, tavolo di legno, guarda, meraviglioso. Adesso ne facciamo un paio di variazioni. What the fuck am I doing here? Like, ok. Ok, aspetta, ok, fantastico. No, un'ora e 20, che palle. Che palle, un'ora e 20. Io per fortuna, io sono fortunato, sinceramente. Abitavo, ho anche scelto un po' la scuola per quel motivo a Milano, però tipo 200 metri, quindi ho sempre, come dire, rispettato moltissimo chi, chi ci mette. Porco cane, un'ora e 20. Ah, dai, meglio. Se domani ti porta tuo padre nel chill. Ah, aspetta, bravo, hai usato un emoji. Aspetta, si è visto? Si è visto? No, perché non ce l'ho qua. Aspetta un attimo, se ti dico di usare l'emoji perché... Oh, in realtà sono passato a OBS perché Streamlabs non mi piace tantissimo, sinceramente. Però è tutto molto più manuale. Prova a usare di nuovo le emoji. Beh, 35 minuti è già meglio di un'ora e 20. Prova a spammare qualche emoji in chat, già che ci sei. Oh, sono molto curioso, c'è un po' di delay però sono curioso di vedere che emoji spammerai. Perché dovrei aver messo sul consiglio. Oh yeah! Questo l'ha consigliato Desnes, fa morire da ridere. Guardalo lì come arriva. Ah, ne mette uno per ogni emoji però. Sì, io ho qua quelle che mi consiglia Twitch. La più importante di tutte è quella con Empoleon, ma non trovo Empoleon. Dove cazzo è Empoleon? Sparito, niente, non ce l'ho più. Faccio questo gatto. Che ridere. E niente. Comunque, sì, cazzo, a me manca andare alle superiori, sinceramente. Era così bello. Vai a ripassare bravo. Grazie, tanto streamerò ancora un'oretta massimo, poi vado a dormire anche io. Buono studio. Hey Khaled, hey Khalid, sorry, I'm used to pronouncing the K like that. How you doing, man? I hope you can see it better today. I'm keeping things simple. Wait, maybe you're seeing it with delay. I'll speak English from now on. Lol. Yeah, as I was saying, I am actually streaming this part here because I need to keep myself motivated to play to work in this game, and it's not easy. Like if I don't see stuff looking good, I will lose motivation, and that's a way to not accomplishing anything. Don't worry, I'll try to pronounce it the correct way. I know you won't blame me for butchering it, but if I can be the best version of myself that I can be, I'm only happy to be that. Legs 1. Okay. Let's call it legs 2. Legs 2. And yeah, I want to show you this. Oh, I closed Unity, but if you stick by, I will show you what I'm doing actually. Because yeah, that will open. I'm doing some interior assets because why is it not working? Like Blender? Okay, because it's this leg here. cube. Let's do it like this. Wait. Apply. It didn't work. Yeah, you tried my solution. Oh, I'm sorry. The thing is, with that kind of stuff, you need to I need to see it. Instead it made, okay, I'm not sure. We are actually, probably I didn't really understand what the problem was, and also not seeing the whole code, not having my hands on the code, makes it really difficult to think of a solution. The thing, if you need to like process the shooting, you should do that on the server, I think. And if you have the player data, if you have the player name and data or ID or what you're using linked to the player object that gets hit, you're probably more easily getting the data out to send to the client. So what I'm trying to do is, now I can enter the rooms, and you can see I have some shaders going on, and when I cross the doorways, the room I'm in focuses and everything pops into view, and I really like this. But if I want to make a devlog out of this, I need to have some graphic things, some visual things better than a shitty room with shitty illumination and even shittier furniture. So what I'm doing is actually making some interior assets for the game. Yeah, simple as that. So now I'll delete these legs, and I will try and make a beam that goes across the two legs. Z. That's cool, thank you. I made two shaders with that. I actually want to let go of the URP, because the thing with Unity is that they are like, they are always adding stuff to Unity, but all the stuff that they add it never really works. Like, they're focusing a lot on adding many different packages and stuff, but it never really works, and that's kind of frustrating, if you want to say it like that. Wait a minute, on the y-axis a little bit less. And yeah, so I would love to go back to the built-in render pipeline, because I am learning how to write shaders, or at least the concepts of it. But the thing is, they are dropping support for that soon. So even if I go back to the universal render pipeline, I'm not future-proofing my project, and that is kind of lame, actually. Hey there, Richard, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. I am making some assets, some interior assets for the game, because during the exams I actually started working a little bit on some shaders. I'm good, thanks. I'm getting used to this. Luckily, I always have a few people to talk to, and I didn't have to talk to myself too much. But sorry, I'm having fun. I'm enjoying this evening. I'm streaming for an hour and then going back to my regular life, which is sleeping. How's the progress on your game coming along? Hey there, Scaffolds! I enjoy seeing you all coming together here. Thank you for coming to the stream, guys. Yeah, I was telling the guy that I'm using Unity. I know that Richard is not using Unity, and Scaffolds isn't using Unity either. But I was complaining about Unity adding a lot of features and then never following through to actually making them good. That's a really frustrating thing to be working with. So I have this effect that I'll show you too. Wait, I minimize the window. I worked on a few things during my exams, so I have a whole inventory, a whole quest, and a whole progress systems that are all backend, and I have zero front end for them. So that's the worst case scenario. You didn't tell me. You know, support different qualities. What do you mean? Backend good, front end bad. Like, I have a lot of backend stuff. Khalid, I didn't understand really what you meant by that. I have a lot. Like, here in my scripts, you can see I have my backend systems, and I have an inventory milestone, which is a progress system that I like to call mine. You're using 480. Oh, I didn't know that. That's good. That's good. I'm happy you can use a worse quality to have a better stream like responsiveness to see it real time. I gave Godot a try, but I didn't like the 3D engine quite as much as I like Unity. Like, I have it here. I tried it. I have actually I had a small experience with it. Like, I jumped in it. I played around with it for a day and then dropped it just to make a video. Godot supports GDScript and C#. I am feeling like I want to make my own engine, like make my game from scratch. I think Scaffolds is doing something like that, from what I picked up from their videos. And but for the moment, for this project, I'm definitely sticking with Unity because that's what I know. I've been playing around with it for years. I've been attracted to C++ for a while. Like, the idea of creating everything from scratch sounds like a lot of work. It's a lot of effort, as you say. But I feel like I feel attraction to making stuff from scratch. Like, I want to go and create a whole thing in CPP and have like OpenGL or any other graphics library, and then build it from scratch without the need of an editor. I can use Unity to plan out the levels, then export a JSON with all the information, and then import it in my game. So I have a few ideas, but yeah, that's a lot of effort. I am pretty good with C. I started programming with C, but never really went into C++. I'm also really digging the idea of switching from an object-oriented approach to a data-oriented design to boost performance. I really enjoy thinking about doing that at the moment. I think I am learning how to build shaders. Like, I usually do that. It's been a few years since you used C++. I think that, yeah, you know, I play around. I do a lot of Python. I have a video coming up which mixes Unity and Python, but it's coming up in a few months, I think. But I love how high level is Python. Like, you can do anything in a short amount of time. But I also love how low level something like C or C++ is, and that gives you complete control over anything that's going on. So it really depends on the mood I'm on. I mean, but the idea of making something that is a standalone project that doesn't depend on anything else, except, yeah, there is a graphics library, there's maybe I can snatch some code from Stack Overflow, but the thing, I know what is happening at each time. I know what threads are running, what processes are doing what. That really sounds very cool to me. Let me catch up with this with the chat. The thing I want to try is making a game in assembly language. You're crazy, man. I studied MIPS assembly, which is like, I think, a very, very old version of assembly, for an exam at uni. I actually tried making some small programs with assembly. Oh man, it's too much work for me. I don't think I could do that. Again though, like if I think of I started playing games with Pokemon when I was a younger, but on the DS, Nintendo DS. If I think about the Game Boy Pokemon games or some of the games you brought up when we were organizing the first collaboration, those were written in assembly. I cannot think of that. Like, you have to have a brain this size to program in assembly. You have to. I want to have control over what threads are going on. You have to have complete control over your whole project. That's crazy. Oh, you were an assembly programmer. Wow. Well, that's huge respect. I will never even think about that. But from just having put my hands on it, man, I really respect you for that, honestly. And just like Unity, wait, Holly said something. I would like to learn C and C++ to make your own OS. Wow. And use the OS for my dream Magic Mirror. Oh, yeah, that's cool. Magic Mirror. No, wait. The Magic Mirror is cool. You can do it in. You see, you can start prototyping it in Python with a Raspberry Pi. Oh, I don't know if you can get there where you live, but I was actually working on a Magic Mirror. I got then with a friend. Then the pandemic happened and we could not meet up anymore. But I bought an old computer. I paid €5 for it, and I salvaged the screen. So I need the screen driver to attach to the Raspberry Pi. And then the thing is, I'm going with Python because I don't care about performance. But yeah, that's very cool. The Magic Mirror is a project that I've had in the back of my mind for a long time. Your opinion, Scaffold says, in my opinion, engines like Unity and Godot are high-level. Frameworks like Monogame and Medium are graphic APIs like OpenGL and DirectX are low-level for games. Yeah, like there's a trade-off. If you go with the Monogame, I've never played around with it, but I know that OpenGL is not even like code, it's specifics. Like, this is how it should work, then the graphics card manufacturers implements it in their driver. The thing is, you are paying off the ease of making things, the fact that you have tools. Like you can see here, I can easily create entities, I can game objects, I can have an integrated script compiler that puts everything together. And I'm paying this with the performance, with the fact that I might have something running in the background that I don't need. Like if I'm making a 2D game, yeah, there might not be physics involved. I can have no rigid bodies, no physics involved, but the fact is that it's always gonna be there. I cannot strip things away. And something with Godot, it's pretty cool because Godot, it's very lightweight and does not put too much. Unity has a lot of background stuff. Godot is lightweight, it's faster, but again, you're typing with, you're using some interpreted languages. I love interpreted languages like Python because it's very easy. I tried GDScript and it was amazing to pick up. Like if you know Python syntax, you're picking it up easily. But you're still paying off with performance and stuff. Well, when you use like something low level, you are doing a lot of more work. Like when I was suggesting you did something to the collision system, the physics system of your game, I had this in mind. Like when I tell you about the matrix, I actually take inspiration from the physics matrix here in Unity. You see, this or this. But for me, it's just to click here and deactivate the collision layers. For you, I have to actually think about that. So you have more control, but you also have to work a lot more harder. My dream is to make a multi-mirror system where 5 mirrors on the. I wanted to do something like that too, man. I shared that same project idea. Like I wanted to have like a tablet at the door where you say what I'm doing this today, and then my family is notified of what I'm doing. So if I'm not home, they're not like, I have this problem where sometimes I have packages coming home and I'm not there to receive them, or my mom orders something and I'm not there. So I think a system that coordinates the whole house and automates a lot of stuff is really cool. Or yeah, you saying the phone call, yeah, the video call, that's very cool that it follows you like you're the character of a video game. Since we're talking game dev here, you move around and the camera that sees you catches up with you. Hey, thank you Scaffolds for sticking by and hanging around with us. Yeah, I'm not making too much art today. I'm talking and not making the art. I made a table, 2 tables actually, because I can't. Oh, you're speaking hand gestures. You're making something for Italian, probably. And let me duplicate this. And yeah, that's a very good idea. Very cool idea, Khalid, because I think automation, it's very... Oh, wait, there is no that emoji. Try using some emojis, because I think they're gonna pop up in the screen. I added some widgets to the stream now that I didn't have the other day. Yeah, that's a cool idea. I agree with Richard. No, so I'm taking this, and this is table 1. This is table 1. Table 1. G, Y. And now I'm taking this and this, Control join, and we have table 2. Look at these, they are very cute. Do you see that on the screen? Because I'm... Oh yeah, look at those. So, we have 2 tables. I think we should make some stools. A stool is a bit more complicated than a table, and it does not look like shit as a table. Like here, they're pretty good. I think they will look good in game. They're not occupy too much space on the screen. Crafting bench. Oh, making a crafting bench is actually really easy if we're talking about the same craft. If you're thinking about the same crafting bench. Oh, here, made it. Hey there! I have not too much to teach you about Blender, because I myself am not a pro at Blender. But I'm making tables. No, Khalid, seriously, what do you mean with crafting bench? Like, I don't think the Minecraft one. But if you mean the Minecraft one, it's very easy. But I will actually have to make some of those, because I am planning what characters to have in the game. Same as Minecraft, but more detailed. So, like, toolsmith table, something like this. Let me... No, yeah, exactly. This is exactly what I didn't want to see. Why does just Minecraft come out of this? Yeah, something like this, but more woodeny, made out of wood. Exactly, you're realistic. Thank you. Yeah, I can make... I'm keeping it simple today because I'm so tired, but one thing I can do is actually start with this table. Okay, you know what I'm talking about. Thank you. at least one of us knows what I'm talking about. I can start with this table. Let me move everything over. Okay, no, never mind. And I can go in here. I can duplicate this, Z, scale this down. Look at me here. Follow me, because I think we got something going. And we can have like a lower section of the table. GZ here. And this can be a double story. A 2-story table. No, what I'm doing. Something like that. And make a drawer. Yeah, I can make a drawer. Wait. I'm thinking if I want to make a drawer, I can make it that I can animate it. No, I'm not the coolest blender ever. I'm very far from being that. So if I want to make a drawer, I can make it that it gets animated, like detached from the actual body of the table. So let's make a few different tables. Let's move them over to this side. Let's take this, duplicate it again. Now N 0. Great. If I want to make a drawer, I can do this. Listen, follow me. I can select this, I can duplicate it, I can bring it down, I can shrink it a little bit, and then I can scale up on the Z. We are not keeping things too realistic. We're keeping things that they need to seem plausible. So I don't actually need this part of the table to have a hole in it. I can have another cube, another solid here. I'm sorry, you're right. I should stop rejecting the compliments and take one for once, but you know me. You know how I'm made, so. And this is my drawer. I can actually use this as a drawer. Then if I wanna make it a little bit better so that in game it's gonna be better, I can hide this inside here and extrude this down. So when I'm actually, now I'm taking this LP selection. So now when I actually want to animate it in the game, I can simply drag this out, and this is gonna have a place for items, for tools to lay in. This is actually a good idea. Thank you, Khalid. But obviously, if I want this to look a bit better, tables are in the Discord. You sent some tables in the Discord? Let me see. Oh, there's me in the embed here. Games. Exactly, something like that. We are talking about the same thing. Oh, you sent something else I didn't see. There's a lot of particles. That's the bullets. Yeah, I don't think you want that in your game. Yeah, something like that. Basics work. How to make a workbench. Yeah. For the moment, I'm keeping it quite simple. I don't want to overdo this, because if I will end up overdoing this as always, or at least trying to overdo it. But I can bring this down a little bit more, and wireframe 1 G and the Z. And this the particle system. Oh, it's the particle system. I thought it was the 10,000 projectiles. Do you have like beans in the particle system? You know, I like prototype beans in the game. And yeah, I can. Yup, it is. Oh, cool. That's cool. Yeah, I should learn to use the particle system a bit more. I'm never doing that because it's too much work to learn something new. You know what I mean. And now I can bring this out, so I can color this differently, and it looks like an handle. And then if I want to put something in there, I add this to the interaction system, and then simply whoop, slide it out, and no one is gonna care that it doesn't actually fit into that. Yeah, Danny, the thing is that he's right. The particles actually make things look better. I have I'm not trying to self-promote myself on my own stream, but by the way, Vince already told me, but can you confirm that you still hear the music? Because I have tried messing around with stuff. There are some things that you can add to your game to make it feel better, like the screen shake when something happens, and and the particles to signify that there are some events happening, actually do a lot to the game. I have never really focused too much on that, but for the game feel, it does a lot. So I love to work with post-processing because I love photography and stuff like that. So I always abuse the post-processing to try and get the look that I want. But the game feel with screen shake and particle effects, good sound design, that's not my strong suit. I need to practice that a lot. Okay, thank you, Richard, for telling me, for confirming that you can hear the music. So one thing that you were right on is that Donnie does that really well. Like, if you notice in everything he does, the game that he made with the sword, it was for the Brachis Jam, I think. Danny's YouTube channel. Yeah. This one. Where is it? Making a game? Or maybe this was his own jam. I don't remember.
And the idea of being...
But the thing he does, he always has some effects like the bobbing, the strafing. Oh wait, yeah, this is him. But all the particles effects and everything, all the animations, actually do a lot more to the game than we are used to think of. So yeah, I definitely need to do that, to work on my detail design a little bit more. I can make this a little bit deeper. G on the y-axis. 7G. No. Alt G Y. Take this back. Okay. Thank you for the idea. Now we have four tables. That's great. I think we are set with tables for the moment. I will make some tools. As you suggested. But the thing is, the first thing I want to do, you hide it instead of G. Yeah, exactly. I press H. When I'm pretty used to not looking to my keyboard, but sometimes I miss the key I want to actually press. And yeah, so let's table 1. Let's call this table 3 actually. Table 4. Table 4 drawer. I think I can create a collection. New tables, because when I import them in Unity, I wanna have a blend hierarchy here that is very well organized, or I'm never gonna create clean prefabs and clean objects from them. Yeah, before we bring everything into Unity and see how they look and go to sleep, I want to create a couple of chairs and stools. So I'll keep the tables out for reference, like G, X, X here, perfect. And yeah, you can relate, yeah. Also, I from typing on my keyboard, I started typing on my phone without looking, and I can do that, but sometimes what comes out is illegible, and yeah, it was of no interest at all, but I felt like I needed to say that. I don't know why. Okay, so Let's try and make a chair. A chair is almost like a table, but it has a back piece. So let's start like this. We want the chair to be able to slide under the table. So what I'm doing is making sure that the table with the lowest plane actually has room for the chair to slide under it. This table is obviously not going to be used to sit at, so I'm not caring about the legs of the people using it. Did you rig your character? Yeah, my character is rigged. I can wait. Let me save this. I will show you. Documents here. Let me save this here. Art. Furniture 1. Let me show you. Open. Okay, so I made a video on the player model, but then I changed the whole model because the way I felt is that it was not customizable enough. Now I have this very basic model that you can see here walking around. You can see it here walking around. And the idea is to have every character in the game inherit from this model, but then I can make it taller, I can make it shorter, I can make it a bit more robust, I can give it a different hairstyle, I can give it different accessories. So I'm starting with the base that is the same for everybody. I cannot really make a tutorial on rigging because I am very bad at it. Yeah, I want to teach stuff that I know how to do properly. I can show you here right now how to make a basic rig, but I did not do any constraints like IK or anything else. I just put some bones in and then automatically apply the weights. The thing is, then you go to animation and like this. Let me do a new one. Don't save. The way I rig stuff is, let me have a character here. If you want to watch a tutorial on rigging, Sebastian Log's video is perfect because what I know, I learned from that. I'm doing a really bad job here, but I hope you'll understand. Control J, apply. Hey there, Desnes! Welcome to the stream. Yeah, this was very last minute decision to stream today, but I wanted to do some work and I felt like, yeah, I should stream it. Oh, don't you worry. I appreciate you dropping by. I was showing Khalid how I do my very awful rigging. So you have your model. I hope your model looks better than this. Your robot actually looks better than this. What I do is simply go to armature and start with a single bone, and then I move it here because I said we always start with the abdomen or almost the pelvis bone, if you want to say that. Go to the, where is it? Bone. Wait. Viewport display in front so you can see what you're doing. And when you have your bones here, you see I added the emote wall. You add the bones that you want to add. Then I have here, and you should always change your name. So this is gonna be the abs. This is gonna be the torso. And this is gonna be the head. Now I wanna do like the arm. So I go into edit mode, move my 3D cursor here. I have no idea how to move the 3D cursor in this new version of Blender, but yeah, you can move the bone where you want by simply adding a new one. Shift A, I think it is. Yeah, Shift A. You can add the bones. So you add some for your arms, some from your legs. Luckily they are aligned right now. Shift right click, Shift right click. Oh, thank you so much. I worked for years with Blender 2.7, but I'm still thinking about that. Like, I'm not used to selecting with the left click. Shift C to reset. Yeah, that one I know. Thank you. So Desnes is appreciating the fact that I follow his suggestion and added some widgets. By the way, I've been streaming with OBS today, and it's way better than Streamlabs. I hate that thing. Okay, so I was telling you that now that I have this, it looks really bad. I can actually go to the character model and add some loop cuts to have more freedom of movement, like here and like here. No, not this. On the joints, so on the knees and elbows. The first thing you want to do is rename the bones, the single bone. So this is upper arm, and if you wanna, like, this is the front of the player, so this is gonna be its left side. So when you go in here, okay, upper arm dot L, upper arm dot, I hope you can read that. So let me do something very cheesy thing. No, wait a minute. Transform, fit to screen, full screen capture. Let me try and zoom this a little bit. No, I can't. It doesn't work. Fit to screen. Yeah. Let me try. Wait a minute, because this is crucial that you understand this passage. So Blender. Okay. So with these bones, you wanna call it .L, like lower arm .L, and the same for the leg. So upper leg .L and lower leg .L. I'm just gonna add a few more loop cuts here to give it a bit more flexibility. But now that we actually renamed all the bones, you want to go to the armature, drag and box select all the bones you want to flip to the other side, go to armature and do symmetrize. This will flip them on the x-axis in this case, because they are marked as .L. And as you can see, the name, oh sorry, I go back to the full screen scene. What you want to do here is select all the bones that you want to flip, go to armature and symmetrize. This way you're going to have all the bones flipped on the x-axis with the name automatically reversed to R. This is cool because then you can move them in the animation, and then you can copy the pose and paste it flipped, and it's gonna work like it's mirrored. I'm not going too much in depth into this because I am not a good rigger and animator, but yeah, this is what I did. I have my armature here. As you can see, I have literally the same setup that I showed you. I have my abs, my abdomen, the chest, the head, 2 bones for the arm, 2 bones for the leg, and then it's flipped, and the animation goes on by simply adding keyframes to the stuff. I have my running cycle here. I need to be not in edit mode to see that, but yeah, you see, it's like this, simply. Now let me go back to... Let's actually try to see how the tables look into Unity. Go back to the other scene. I'm not streaming to the midnight, I think. It's 11 p.m. right now here. I'm going for another 30 minutes, I think, but I'm so tired. And if you want a tip, I know that Desness is starting game development now. I know that Khalid has been doing it for a while, but if you want a suggestion, is don't take my my example for project managing. My directories are a mess. Like, it's terrible. Like, I'm going here and let me import the model. So interior assets, documents. My file system is pretty well organized, but my file system inside of Unity is disgusting. Furniture 1. Oh yeah, I need to be in the scene view, not in the game view to add them. Okay, I was like, where are all my tables? My tables are here. Characters, I want to see what the scale is on my player. 0.35. I modeled this to be in scale with the player, so why are they flipped? What do you mean they are flipped? Then, oh, why they are flipped here? That's because Blender and Unity actually is two different reference systems. Like Unity, Blender has the x-axis. Oh wait, Blender has the x-axis like this, the y-axis like this, and the z-axis like this. Unity is flipped like this, so has the x-axis here, the y-axis here, and the z-axis like this. It's flipped by 90 degrees. So everything you see here, it's like flipped by 90 degrees. I am trying to align myself with the screen, but I cannot do that. So the thing is, you're gonna have everything flipped 90 degrees. You can actually, and I will self-promote myself again. I have a video that did very poorly here on how to fix that, but it's not working for rigged models. So if you have static models, you can do that, but if you are having rigged models, you're not gonna be able to do that, but it's not really a problem. Like, you're just simply using them flipped and point. What is awesome, the video is kind of awesome. It's very quickly put together, but I was really proud of this when talking about the characters being and the models being flipped. I did this and I was so proud of it. I should not be laughing at my own stuff. Yeah, your character is gonna be rotated, but that's not actually gonna affect anything. So what I want to do is set this to 0.35 to be in scale with the player. Yeah, kind of. And now let's take table 1 for example. Let's unlink the prefab, unpack the prefab. Table 1, let's use this for now. Wait, I have my table here. Now you will see, let's take another one from those. Let's use the table with the drawer. So table 4. I'm gonna rotate this on this axis. Where is the drawer actually? I can't even tell where the drawer is. It's on the other side probably. Wait. Oh yeah. Yeah, I edited the scale factor because it's better to have everything edited into what you want it to be at the import phase. Like, it's better for performance and for your game prefers if you import this and modify this rather than modify the scale. If you keep the scale at 1 or somewhat consistent in your project, it's gonna be more performance. No, you're not gonna notice the difference too much, but also when you are working on your scene, it's better to have something that should be consistent in size and scale to be consistent in size and scale, while the fact having everything scaled and then okay, now I scale this as in the scene, it is at 1.2479 times the original size. Then I changed my player model and now I have to go through all the scenes and change the scale of that object in all the scenes. If I have a prefab, I still need to check that everything is correct. Well, if I have my model and just keep the scale somewhat consistent to what I wanted. Oh, welcome back, Desmond. Yeah, I noticed. Sorry, I didn't read that before. I have 19 followers. That's so cool. And I do not have my. Did I not? Yeah, I do not have my alert box in this scene. That's very bad of me. Okay, yeah. So, where is? Oh, okay. And yeah, so you actually want to keep the scale something consistent. And if you do it by this, you're having all your models actually be ×1, and that's keeping. Maybe it's just for ease of mind, but I read somewhere that it's better to have everything be the same. The more consistent it is, the better it is. Also for the light mapper and for everything. So I actually agree that makes sense. I'm gonna have to wait 0. Okay, now I have my table that is gonna be rotated like this. And what I want to try is to have this table in this room over here. So we're actually rotating it again to 0. I'm gonna have this table in this room over here. Oh, thank you. By the way, you're gonna like, I think you're gonna like what I'm gonna show you now, because I love it. Because personally, I love it, and I think you're gonna like it too. So I need to find the shaders that I'm using. I have no idea where I put them. So let me just select material. Oh, easy as that. No, I don't want that. I want this, and I'm setting this to brown. Thank you for the comment on the. Not really, not yet the short arc shaders, but this is more original actually. Like I already said that I'm really inspired by a short arc because I love that game, and that's actually what inspired me to make this one. I'm not making a copy obviously, but I'm inspired. But this is actually original. This is an idea I had because I want the player to be able to go inside but I don't want to keep it everything as an open world, because that's too much. It's gonna be too much work. So the player is gonna switch. Wait, no, I need to set up a few things before I show you, because okay, yeah, that's a spoiler. The player is gonna be able to enter houses. There are not gonna be too many houses, but the player is gonna be able to enter those. And table 1 goes here. And give me 1 sec. Table 1. What, room 3 goes here, table 4 goes here. And I'm gonna have to add it here. Okay, so the player is gonna, oh, I need to add actually both of them. I need to fix this. Yeah, filling an open world is the harder. My problem is that I don't want to be working on this game for a year. I'm keeping this. I'm working very slowly on it because I do a lot of stuff in life, and I don't focus on this as my main project, my only project. But I wanna be able to have something that looks like a game in a few months now. So I want to keep it as simple as possible and try not to overscope it, because I already went and overscoped a few games in my life, a few projects. So what I want to do, and now you'll see what I mean by this is gonna look good. When you enter a house, it's gonna transition, and then the player is gonna have the focus only on the room they're actually in, while still being able to see that there's other rooms. But as you would when you're in your house, you can actually see all the rooms. So when you enter another room, boom, everything is gonna pop in. Boom, boom. I love this, guys. I love this. Boom. And I've animated shaders that make things pop out. And the way things started is that the rooms were also shrinking and expanding, but it looked too bad because obviously the rooms has to contain everything, and as they contain everything, they would have interrogated all the objects. Thank you, Richard. Thank you, Desnes. And now I will read what you're writing, Khalid. Sorry. So if I had the room stretch and expand, it would have interrogated every object in the scene, and it would have looked bad. I actually think this effect works well because I don't have to deal with transparency. These are opaque shaders, so they are in the opaque pipeline, and it's better because it's less work for the GPU. But at the same time, it lets the player be aware of their surroundings without actually revealing what is in the other rooms. And when they enter this effect, it's obviously not realistic. It doesn't happen in real life. I think we can all agree on that. But the thing is, it's not abrupt, and it's kind of to me, it's a kind of harmonic. Like, it's popping, it's bouncing a little bit, and that's the thing. I will catch up with the chat right now. But what I'm trying to say is that this actually goes back to what I was saying before. Oh, thank you, Desnes is. Thank you, thank you for the raid, Desnes. I have a lot of alert box here. What is happening? Oh, maybe I had an alert box. Thank you for the raid, Desnes. So notice, look at what happens here. Exactly, thank you. I will catch up right now, sorry about that, but look at what happens. They are popping into existence and then shrinking a little bit. And this goes back to those game and feel quality of life almost improvements you can make. If you are gonna simply have this as an ease in out curve with a bit of a pop here, if you're simply doing an easing thing, it's not gonna look as good. It's only happening in this room here, so notice how it works. This here still pops. This is static. Look at the door. Look at this, feels a lot more alive. That it's not really what you're going for furniture usually, but this feels too stiff to me. So yeah, you can do stuff like this. Let me go back to the old curve. While for the opacity you don't need that, so I keep that like this. Okay, so Desmond says, my game would be in third person, but I thought of a similar thing for indoor sections too. Yeah, my game being in third person, in first person this would not work because you actually are supposed to see in other rooms. While here you are focusing on your character more than on what you're seeing. So I think that works for this reason. So let's see what the door can show. Yeah, Khaled, I actually thought about that. But the problem with that is that it's gonna be way more performance intensive. Like if I want to keep the transparency and also show what is happening, I need to have 2 copies of the room, and I need to have another camera. Like if I want to keep both this effect and to see what is happening here, like see the floor correctly in the doorway and the stippling effect in the walls, for example, I would need a plane across the doorway with a shader that projects in screen space, in word space, a render texture rendered by a second camera that is gonna render a copy of this object and everything that's in here that have no actual effect shader. So that is a lot of work. That's a good idea actually, but it's a lot of work. And if I want to port this to mobile, for example, it's not gonna be amazing. Like now I'm targeting PC and desktop, PC, Mac, and Linux. I would love to put this on the Switch. I don't care too much about the PlayStation and the Xbox because PlayStation and Xbox gamers are different from the target. I'm aiming for the target of a Switch console because Switch is very more friendly to this kind of slow-paced game. Well, I don't have a Switch, I don't have a PlayStation, and then don't have an Xbox. But yeah, the PlayStation gamer is like, oh yeah, this has amazing graphics. I love my amazing graphics, hyper realistic graphics. While the Switch player is more like, oh yeah, this looks good. This has a style to it. I enjoy. I vibe with it. I logged for the Nintendo Developer Program. I'm actually on it, but to publish to the Switch is a bit more complex because you need to go through a series of procedures and you need to have published the game before. So it's not immediate. So I need to get this finished for the PC and Mac and Linux. And after that, I will actually focus on getting into the Switch. I would love it to get this to Apple Arcade because yeah, on Steam, on Android, but I don't really love when developing for Android because there are too many kinds of different devices around. So yeah, I would love to get it to Apple Arcade because I don't like going through the process of having to publish everything for the App Store and then I'm fighting with a ton of games. While the Apple Arcade, if you have a more fledged, not casual game, you can actually publish to an audience. Publishing to the App Store is like throwing a rock in the sea and hoping it lands on an island. Like, it's weird if you don't want to put like $200 in marketing on TikTok or Instagram. Yeah, Godot. I think there are some third-party ways to export consoles, but it's not immediate. Like, it's not easy. The thing with Unity, and this is a cool thing with Unity. So I was complaining about Unity before, but wait, I need to see where. Okay, yeah. I only have these platforms, but I didn't install all of them. But building for these platforms, yeah, you see, I have not installed this. But you can build to any platform basically with very ease. Is it raining? Sorry. I feel like I hear background noise here, but I understand what you mean. Unity, there's a lot of stuff. Godot, I hated the component system on Godot. Like, every node must be one thing. While the fact that I can have an object have more behaviors on Unity is cool. Oh, thank you. The music is the very famous lo-fi hip hop radio. Oh, nice, 7 viewers. You wish you had rain. I am a huge fan of snow, actually. I hate rain because since last year I picked up skateboarding. And I love to go outside and skateboard, but when it rains, it's not possible. But when it snows, the snow has a kind of calming effect on me. And I'm very happy when it snows, so I love it. Hey there, Dine! Welcome to the stream! I'm good, thank you. How are you? I'm happy to see you here. So I was saying the snow, I love the snow. I cannot go skate anyway, but I love the snow. I actually hurt myself in the snow like a month ago because I took the wheels out of my skateboard and used it as a snowboard. And I managed to hurt my knee, so I am not able to skate anymore. But yeah, I see what you mean, because rain is debilitating in a very, very important way. If you have to go anywhere, it makes it impossible. So I understand why you say you wish you had snow. We've had rain for days now. I haven't left this room. I sleep in another room, but I haven't left this room in days. So I wish it stopped raining for a minute, for just 1 minute. Yeah, the node system in Godot is very cool. Let me see if I still have my project open. I have not had a lot of experience to be saying this, probably. I think it's this one. Yeah, perfect. Let me see the levels. Okay, give it a second. Play. It's okay. It's struggling a bit because I have a lot of stuff open right now. But you see, I'm not a Godot hater. I'm very far from that. And I actually worked on it just to make this. It was like the premise of the video was learning very fast. But the thing is that you need to have scenes and prefabs, and sometimes I've had problems with like collisions and nodes. I need to study this more. Probably the problem that I have with Godot is that I haven't put much time into it, I'll be honest. But I see you liking that. Like, I understand why you do. I think this has much potential, but I don't think with 3D it's there yet. I will have to play with 2D around, to play around with 2D more. But I understand why you like it. For the moment, I'm sticking with Unity because I played with Unity. I've been playing with Unity for years, and I know a lot of stuff here. Okay, so yeah, I usually like to plan stuff ahead. Sorry, Dine, but today I was like, I want to make some art and play and work on the game. And I could try streaming since I installed OBS Studio and I've been setting up the OBS stream today. And so I decided, let's go live. Maybe someone will hop in. Okay, Richard, thank you so much for staying around for so long. You've been around for a while actually, so I appreciate that. Have a good night, because if you're north in the UK, you are gonna have to go right now. So thank you so much for staying here, and have a good night. Also, Khalid, I want to try out Unreal Engine. Let me close something here. I have the doubt though. Like, I think I have an instance of Unreal installed on this computer. Let me see. Developer tools. No, I do not. I do not have that. But if I go to my Epic Games launcher, I know that Apple and Epic actually had a bit of beef. So the question that I do have is, am I going to be able to play with Unreal Engine? It looks like so, but I think that I'm not getting the updates. So I'll be playing, if I want to play with Unreal, I will have to play with the old version of Unreal, and that's something that is really bugging me out. But I will definitely try this sooner or later, because another person in the comment section on YouTube actually asked for it. So I'm definitely gonna give it a try. Also because this is C++ and I wanted to play around with C++. I don't like, I will play around with the blueprints, but I don't like visual scripting. Yeah. Yeah, so this is obviously a first iteration. I will have to texture this. I will have to give it a better color. But yeah, we made a few assets, a few tables. We talked a lot. I talked a lot in this stream, and I could have got something more done. But I think this is good for now. Like in my assets. Oh yeah, one thing. You see, when you actually do visual scripting, I don't have both installed on my computer, on Unity here. But when you do visual scripting, you actually have to think about the code, the logic. Coding is not a matter of learning a language. Coding is a mindset. Like in Latin, you would say forma mentis. Maybe you've heard of that expression. But coding is not a way of doing stuff, it's a way of thinking. So if you're doing visual scripting, you're actually still coding. You're just constrained to the tool that you're using. With coding, with proper coding, you have a lot more freedom over what you're doing than you have by simply connecting nodes. I think it's easier, because And if you are programming a finite state machine, like an FSM with different states, and you want to have visual scripting, that's probably gonna be easier to visualize. But the thing is, you can you can do some you can prepare your project on paper or with tools like Khalid uses OneNote, and that's a good tool, and then put it in code after. And the cool thing with coding is that it's portable. Once you learn to code, you don't really need to stick to one language. If you learn visual scripting, you need to stick to that tool. Then you can move to another one. Obviously, this is the same. Actually, that doesn't make sense. That's the point I'm making. But yeah, I agree with you. It's easier to learn to code. Also, it's more useful. I have this. It gets messy. I agree, it gets messy, but the visual scripting is also getting messy. Maybe you are talking about the visual scripting. The coding gets messy too. I'll show you. Oh, okay, yeah, you're meaning the same thing. I mean, but I'll show you the code I written today. I'm not proud of this. Like today, I was working on the inventory system for the game. By the way, you will have to give me your opinion. So the first iteration was this one. So the idea is the player goes around. And they can press the I key, and the bag is gonna pop open from below. And then it's you can close it, and the player is gonna have an animation reaching into their bag. And the items are gonna show up like give pixel heart. The items are gonna show up here, but I don't really like that. I'm not sure I like this. The other option is to have like a window here, the same animation of the player reaching the bag, and here having a window and another window for items like with the description. So you select this and you here have the description. You select this, you here have the description and stuff like that. But it's opening for one at a time. But it's not the point I want to make. I would appreciate an opinion on this though. Yeah, redoing code and refactoring is something that I love to do too. I want to show you the code that I've written today. So let me open Visual Studio. It's not the fastest. So today I wrote this code. It's 200 lines. It's actually a bit more with all of this. This is a player controller. It doesn't. Second one is better. Okay, you like the second one more. Thank you. And yeah, so this is a lot of code. It's not really reusable, so I don't like that. But the thing is that I know what is happening and I can change things better. I prefer doing this. And then I can refactor. Like I start with something like this and go to something like this that is a very well organized code with the this is shit, but this is very well organized code with a lot of documentation. This is all specified. This says what it's doing. It's very flexible. It's not integrated with coupling and everything. So I lost the point of what I was saying, but yeah, the coding, you need to be careful about what you're doing. With visual scripting, you are probably more aware of where coupling happens, which is when you have a system and another system, and these two systems should be independent from one another, but they merge. like in my game here, I want to have the quest system update, like my quest manager as data for all the quests that are actually currently active, and I want it to be updated when the inventory is updated. Or I want the dialogue system to be able to award the player items. Like I talk with the character A, and character A says, "Thank you for doing this. As a reward, I'm giving you this magic stick." This sounds bad. And I want to put the stick into the player's inventory. So what you do not want to do, what you want to avoid at all costs, is to have a function in the dialogue system called the inventory system. That is very bad practice. Why? Because in the moment you need to change something in the dialogue system, you are compromising a lot, or in the inventory system, you are compromising the functionality of both systems. So what I do is actually have an external class take care of that. So this class is called at the beginning of our game when the application is run, and it's actually gonna initialize all the coupling, all the interdependencies of the system. So if the inventory, the quest manager needs to do something when the inventory manager updates, I do that here. I import the different namespaces here, and everything happens in one place. So if I know that there are some interdependencies, if there are some integration between the different systems, I know where to find them, and I don't have a lot of code written all around the places that I need to check when I debug. So that was your knowledge for today. I hope it came through, because I'm talking a lot like stream of consciousness style, but I'm not really planning on that too much. Wait, what please, it's been 2 hours. Yeah, I think I'm going to sleep soon because it's 11 p.m. here. I think I'm doing 8 minutes to reach the full 2 hours, but like it's 11:22. I'm still doing a few minutes. I think you've been here all time, dude. I think you joined like 10 minutes into the stream or something like that, but I will have to check that. It's been fun. I've had fun. Thank you for joining. Anyway, guys, I want to show you this because then I can link it to OJS on the server, because they had asked it a lot of time ago. The title scene. So I'm a huge fan of my concept for the title. What the fuck is this? Why is this pink? I don't care. Let me delete this. Okay. So don't mind the lighting. I need to fix this project because I did a lot of messing around, but I'm a huge fan of my concept for the title screen. It's very nauseating at the moment, but I'm gonna change this. But it all has to do with the angles that I'm playing with. So I just wanted to see how I do it. I'm not making a video on the code because it's disgusting. This is the like first-hand code, and I need to refactor it. Thank you, guys. So what I do here, it's really not too much. I have a few different 3D items, and the 3D items are, I've hidden the actual meshes, but the 3D items are these. Wait. These are objects in the scene. Nothing more than objects in the scene. These items are actually referencing what other 3D item you should reach when moving. So when I click, one is right. So when I go to the right from this one, I'm going to the credits to this one. yeah, I have an event that is called when I select the items, that is gonna select the actual UI button, changing its color. And yeah, it's not much more. I notify the 3D menu when I select an item, and when I select that item, I move. The cool trick that I do here is that I have a cursor. I have a cursor that you cannot really see here, but if I turn this on, you will see that. And pay attention to this little orange dot here. You see? Okay, you can see here too. It moves, and with the Cinemachine cameras, I can actually drive the camera to follow this automatically. So it's pretty cool. When this is a bit abrupt, I need to work on it more, but I simply move this. There's nothing more to that than moving it. Yeah, that's all there is to it. I'm not reviewing the code because it sucks, because I hate it. I need to work on it more, but yeah, I did it in very quick because I needed to get a video out. And yeah, I did not do much. I did not complete much stuff tonight, but I've had fun. I hope you had fun too. Let me see if no, there's nothing much. I'm creating my applications here. Yeah, it's 11:26. I'm sorry, Dine, that you joined. Oh wait, you're back. I think you missed the part on the you missed the part on the 3D title, but it's like 3 minutes on that. The last 3 minutes I talked about that, but it's really nothing much. You can check it out later. Yeah, exactly, but it's very little stuff. Oh, you saw it, so you didn't miss anything. I wanted to apologize to Dine that basically just joined. The stream is ending, but I'm basically dead. I'm so tired. It's been 2 hours. I was planning on streaming for 1 hour, 1 hour and a half maximum. Yeah, this is my stream manager. But yeah, since we are here, let me create a new scene. You look at this. Yeah, let me create a new final scene. I have this one. Wow. Duplicate. Can I duplicate it? Big. No, not this one. Like, look at how professional I am. Duplicate. Big camera. And here I can add a camera. Great. Video capture device. Camera. And so this is the scene to talk without any other distractions. And the be right back is gonna be changed, but I'm not gonna do that today. So it's very late. We are 4 now, so someone just joined. I'm sorry for whoever just joined, guys, but I think I'm closing it. I need to find someone to raid. I want to end every stream by raiding somebody, so you will have to stay with me until we raid somebody, and then you can go if you want. But if you want to stay and watch them, it's obviously Cool. Let's go. Let's move this. Let's go to art. I'm doing artist today. We are 4 guys, so and let's do someone who has no viewers. Oh, there are a lot of people with a lot of viewers here. If you have any names of streamers you want me to end the stream on, tell me. There are a lot of viewers in the art category. Come on. Can I sort by less viewers? Probably. Where? Sorry, guy. Khalid? You don't need to be sorry. I'm waiting for your reply. Oh wait, you don't see me. I still need to figure out the problem of your gun script. I will try and help you tomorrow if you want, but at the moment, I don't think I can help you. Wait, let me help. Just find someone to finish the stream on, and then we can simply go. You don't have to actually stay and watch all their stream. I just wanted to. Yeah, let's do. They are modeling, 3D modeling. So guys. What is their name? Mafia. No, I'm not good with Mafia. I'm sorry. I'm not good with Mafia. Sad Bruno. We are taking Sad Bruno. You're literally using. Oh, that sucks. We're taking Sad Bruno. So, guys, what I want to say is thank you so much for watching. To all of you, we're 5 now. I'm sorry for anyone who just joined, but we're ending the stream because it's been 2 hours and 13 minutes. And guys, thank you so much for staying around. Thank you so much for watching. I will anyway. I've been Peter. You've been amazing, and see you next time with this kind of shit. But yeah, that's the stuff for live streams. And yeah, I'm ending this. So let's all send some love to Sad Bruno, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys. Oh yeah, it probably takes a few seconds, like 5 seconds. So have a good night. Oh, right now. I don't know if it's working. Oh no, they just handed. Oh no, it's over.